Okay guys, the way we're going to start the flour tortillas is I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour here. I have 2.5 teaspoons of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of shortening, and I have 3 cups of warm water right here. The first thing we're going to do is just put in the baking powder, the salt, and we're going to give this a whisk. Fluff up the flour. Now with our hands we're gonna add in the shortening. What I like to do is I like to take little pieces like this and just drop them in like that. Okay, I'm not gonna put it all. I'm gonna start with just this, okay? And what you do is you press it into the flour just like that. So basically what it's gonna feel like when all this is ready is gonna feel like wet sand, just damp sand. See, and it kind of sticks together. And the basic thing is just get it well incorporated. Don't leave big old lumps of shortening in there. Okay, that feels right about right there. So now we're gonna start incorporating the water. We're not gonna dump it all in at once. I'm gonna start with 1 cup, and then I just put it in there and I start bringing it in a circle just like this, and this is just bringing the flour together, the dough together. Bring it in a circle and press it together. Real easy, nothing to it. Okay, I'm going to move that to the side, and the remainder of the flour I'm going to add about 1/4 cup, and that should bring this rest of it together. Okay, I'm going to add just a little tiny bit more. See, I go a little bit at a time because you can always add, but you can't take out. Okay, now I'm going to take it out of the bowl and I'm going to dump it here on my counter, which it's clean. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring it together. Just like that. Real easy. Nothing to it. And after you do it a few times, you'll get the feel of the dough and what it's supposed to feel like. Just give it a good knead until the dough is soft. Just takes a couple of minutes. And then, okay, I've had the dough sitting here for about 10 minutes resting, and I covered it with a clean kitchen towel. Well, now we are going to make the little balls for the tortillas that we're going to roll out. The size that I make is what fits in the palm of my hand like this, okay? And what I do is I just roll them up like a little ball. I like my tortillas kind of on the small side. I use the palm of my hand to push the dough down and the other hand to pinch the dough underneath, just like that. Okay? And that's all you do. Real easy. And if you're measuring them, they're about 2 ounces each. Okay, just like that. We're going to make all the testales, and then we're going to start to roll them, and I'll show you what we're going to use to cook the tortillas. You can also do them like this if you can't get the hang of the other way. Just turn it under. Okay, now I'm just going to sit them on the counter out of my way because we're going to start rolling them. I'm just putting them off to the side, and we have 4, 8, 12, 14 balls, so that's a dozen plus 2. Okay, we're just going to cover them up, let them rest for about 5 minutes, and we're going to start to roll. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're going to get to rolling the tortillas. We have a clean work surface. We have a little bit of extra all-purpose flour if we need it. We have our little dough balls over here resting. They've been sitting here for a few minutes. And what I do is I just sprinkle a little tiny bit of flour, and I dip the testal into the extra flour. You don't want a whole bunch, just a little bit, just so that it doesn't stick on the counter. And as you can see, it doesn't stick. Okay, so then you just start to roll. I use my old faithful rolling pin that I love so much, and I just give it a quarter of a turn each time, and that helps keep my tortillas round, okay? You don't want them super thin and you don't want them super thick. And this is the size that I like my tortillas, just like that. A little bit bigger than my hand. I hope you can see clear. Just like that, okay? So then I roll a few and I put them off to the side, and then I'm gonna show you. See, roll one time, turn it just a little bit, roll some more, just like that. So you don't give it a complete turn every time, just a quarter of a turn, just like that. Okay, and that helps maintain the circle. And if they're not in a circle, guys, it's okay. There's no tortilla police out there. We're just gonna eat them. Okay, just like that. Okay, guys, here I have a cast iron griddle, and what I do is I get a little bit of shortening right here on this paper napkin, and I go over the cast iron skillet real lightly, and then I start throwing on my tortillas. Okay, I have the fire medium to high. The first couple of them, you know, you're gonna play around with them a little bit because you don't really know how hot the griddle is. So you just let them be until they start to bubble just a little bit. And I have my little tortilla warmer that I'm going to be popping them in here. I see that they're not bubbling too fast, so I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit. I turned them over. I hope that's a good view. See, we're starting to get some bubbles. It's always the first one that I have trouble adjusting the griddle. After that, you pretty much know where you're at. Okay. And if you can't touch them with your hand, you can always get some and flip them over like that. Okay. See how nicely this one's cooking? See how it starts to puff up? Okay, you see how it cooks? And don't flatten it with your hand because this is nothing but hot steam and you will burn yourself badly. Okay, this is ready. I'm going to put them into the tortilla warmer. Okay, I always say the first one never comes out right for me. Okay, then we pop the other ones down. Okay guys, I have all the tortillas here. I hope that I simplified the process for you where it's not intimidating to make. If you have any questions about the dough, please leave them in the comments and I will get back with you. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you give these tortillas a try. Thank you for watching, guys. Talk to y'all later. Bye.